YouTube just puts me live straight away now. That's wild. Oh, that's deleted itself. Alive. Hello everybody, I'm back. It is. Let me just go live in all these places. I'm live on YouTube already. Hello. And welcome. Let's put some light on. Let's go live here. That's on Facebook. Hello Facebook. And let's go live here on Instagram. Hello Instagram. Okay, live in all places. Let's just make me a little bit smaller there. Cool. Hello everybody. So do you know what I did last time I did the launch of this program? This is launch weekend, the second launch of my Adventure Zone program. And I'll be telling you all about that and more. But I first launched it back in, I think it was late February this year. And I did an 8-hour launch show, live launch show. And I would never do that again. It was a lot. It actually went faster than I thought it would. But from that, I gathered from that full 8 hours, I saw that there was a busy period in the morning and then one around lunchtime and then one later on. And so I decided to do just shorter shows, you know, 3 of them for those times. So hello everybody. What we're doing this time. So I want to give you some value, of course. I try to make all of my marketing and advertising good value for you all, because that's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? That is, just move you over here a bit. It's offering you even more, right? That's how I like to do it anyway. That's why I do my today's tarot show on YouTube. It's why I do everything that I do. Because I'm here to help, you know. I feel like I'm working for the universe. Anyway, I'll tell you about my program. It's the Adventure Zone, and it is lifetime access. Today is day 1 of the launch. The launch is going all weekend, and so the doors are open all weekend. If you sign up this weekend, you'll get $250 discount. Then the price will be going up. But not only that, but in the first 24 hours, which is now, if you sign up, you will get a free private reading with me worth $197. So that's not to be sniffed at. And also, I'm going to be sharing with you, those that sign up today, the script that I do every morning that I speak out. It's an abundance incantation. It's very personal to me, but I want to share it with you guys that sign up so that you can change it, put your own words in it, put your own manifestations that you want. I'm literally giving you a very personal document that I use every day for my manifestations, so that you can use it as a blueprint for yourself, because it works. It works. And so that's what I'll be doing. There is going to be a smaller offer tomorrow, but it's not going to be as big as this. You get by far the best value by signing up on this first day. There will be another offer tomorrow, so stick around, because I will be doing the 3 lives again tomorrow. So, is anyone coming on for these lives? I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on YouTube live. 3, because the bandwidth here isn't big enough to do it through software. Anyway, 3 devices, 3 cameras, and looking at all of them. So, what I want to do this time with you guys is give you a bit of a taste of the support that I offer in the Adventure Zone. So the Adventure Zone is a lifetime access program, and it's set into 5 separate zones, and in each zone there is a quest to do. There's 3 quests, sorry. 3 quests. Some of them might take you a week. Some of them will just take you a day, because it's just listening to a guided meditation. And some of them are a lot of inner work. Some of them are the inner work kind of disguised in a lot of fun. And so it is a process to take you through every stage that you need to go through in order to manifest what it is that you want. But this isn't just normal law of attraction stuff. This includes the healing part of it too, right at the start, clearing out the way, what needs to be cleared out the way. It includes getting your mind out of the way. Let's put it that way. to get to tap into the field of potentiality. And to be able to do that, we need to expand our mind or think outside of the box. And we are programmed to think within boxes. There's some boxes that we don't even realize are even there, right? And so that's included in it too. And then there's getting in alignment. And there's a lot of different stages of it anyway, and all put into fun quests. And I do it live, so I go through it live with you. So you get an email with each quest, and you've got access to all of the materials anyway. You can do it in your own time if you want to. But next week we're starting a live round together, and so the original adventurers that signed up the first time around I did the launch will be joining us too if they want to. They don't have to. And if you sign up, you will be joining us as well. And after each zone, after you've done each quest of the zone, I will do a live. We've got a private Facebook group where I'll be going live, answering your questions, pulling cards out for you, doing the energy work that needs to be done with you, and so that you've completed those quests so that you can move on to the next thing, right? So we do it in stages. This is a system that my guides told me to do, and it's worked for me. And so, as usual, what I do when guides give me a system or a particular clearing or empowering thing or whatever, when something works for me, I make sure that I put it into a program to teach all you guys as well. And so on these lives today, what I want to know from you is, what is it you want to manifest? This is a manifesting workshop. So I want to take you one step closer to getting your manifestations. We're here at the moment. We are creating the whole new earth, a new dimension to live in of the earth. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to do like they figure out how it's all going to be and how everyone else is going to be and how the systems are going to be and how we'll do money. We don't have to do that. None of us have to do that. Well, maybe one person will have to do part of that, you know. But that's not our place right now. Our place is to figure out what kind of world we want to live in, to get really specific for ourselves, because our particular perspective on life and on what's here and how we've lived life, the experiences that we've had and what we've needed to heal from, and all of that is giving us a lot of information. And we are the conscious leaders in this, meaning we're the ones that have done the inner work to try and figure this out. And now we're in the position, this conscious position, to do the next stage, to apply that inner work to create the new earth, right? It sounds like a really big job, but it really isn't. It's just about taking ourselves to that next level of how do we truly want to live? How do we want to live in community? How do we want work to be? But on a personal level, right? And so this program was all about that. My guides gave it to me at the start of the year after pretty much stagnancy for a few years, where they didn't really give me that much. They were like, no, everyone's kind of ready and we're just waiting. They said, just wait, Claire, just wait. And I didn't know what I was waiting for. But then it all kicked off this early this year, and the energy changed completely, and they said, like, it's go time. And I've known for a long time, I'm a leader of leaders. I'm a life path number 1, and I'm here to help the leaders to lead. And I'm not talking about country leaders or anything like that. I'm talking about the leaders, the star seeds, those of us that came here to do this work. And you're one of them. If you're watching me, you're one of them. It's not that many of us, really. So, what is it that you'd like to manifest? What are you kind of getting stuck on? Because there's some things we can manifest so easily, and some things we can manifest so easily that we kind of find it hard to believe that other people can't, because it just seems so simple to us. And then other things just seem so difficult, like we've got a block, like something's stuck, like we just can't seem to manage it, right? And it's that. Now, my guys are telling me that we have those sticking points for a reason. That's where we really want to delve into that work, For me, it's been a lot about healing. That's why my business is called Be Healing, because I had an abusive childhood, right? There was a lot to heal from. And I've been interested in not only healing myself, but helping other people to heal as well. That's what I do. I do it for myself and then I pass it on. I do it for myself and I pass it on. And of course, I've got my psychic gifts and my energy healing gifts as well, which I use to help you along. So if you're on here live with me, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. And tell me, what is it you'd like to manifest next? And let's get you one step closer to that with my cards. First of all, I want to get a message out. Let's just move this down a little bit. I want to get a card out for the collective first. It's very hot today, very hot. Even in here with the aircon on, it's hot. It's hot right now. Is it hot where you are too? So, card for the collective. What do we need to know? Oh, we're looking into the past. The Six of Cups, all about the past. Six of Cups. It's got a reminiscent kind of an energy, but they want to talk about the past. So, yeah, they were already saying that to me. That was the message I was already passing on, right? That our sticking points are sticking points for a reason. We're here to learn, but we're here to specialize in something. We've all got like a specialty, and my specialty is healing, self-healing. That's what I'm really interested in. And so how would I like the healing? Well, I'm already doing it, right? I'm already doing it how I would like healing to be, you know? I'm already living that. I already prioritize my health. Particularly over the first 47 years of my life, it was my emotional health, you know, my mental health, that was a priority to heal that. Hey, Lynn, in the UK. Oh, hello. Cool. And now... And then it shifted, then I shifted to, and I was always like interested in physical health and all of that, but I took that to the next level once I had a bit more space, you know. And so, yeah, for me, definitely about healing. So what's your speciality? What the guides are saying is the thing that's been difficult for you in your life and is probably still difficult for you, and you're thinking, like, why can't this just go smoothly now? I can manifest other things. Why is this particular part not working for me? And it's like a conspiracy in a way. The guides say, well, because you want to master it. You want to master that part of it. That's your specialty, right? So we've got the past card here. We've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, can you see they've got like an eyeglass there? They're taking a closer look at it, a deep look at it. If you're watching me, I know we've been through it. We picked like some of the worst experiences to have on like the worst planet to be on, the hardest planet to be on. I'm like, why would we do that? It's because we wanted to specialize. We wanted to really look deeply into something so that we could be the leader in that area. What is it for you? What is it for you? King of Cups. A clue. King of Cups are the people that look up to us, the people that appreciate us. What do you get appreciated for? That's a clue of what you're specializing in. Now, a lot of people will come to me for readings asking, like, what's my purpose? Like there's a job to do. And often we think about jobs as being the stuff that we get paid for, right? Because we've been in this patriarchal kind of control structure thing. But if we take that away and think, what we're really doing here as a human being born on this planet is being in community with each other and bringing our gifts forward to share with the rest, right? That's how it should be. That's how I want it to be. That's how I operate. That's how I operate. It's just a shame that I keep on having to do this money thing as well. But I do try and live already as I want it to be. I know it's super, super powerful to be the change that you want to see. And so I try and do that in every area of my life. Anyway, so that gives you a bit of a clue. We're in transitions times at the moment, so it's pretty difficult for us all. But just thinking on that, you want to do Reiki healing. So you're a healer, Lynn. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, it's beautiful. Energy healing. You know, my guides told me years ago not to learn other modalities from other people. I haven't really stuck to that. I've learned a couple of things, but I remember when I first met Reiki healers, some friends of mine, and they asked me did I want to join in someone's healing, and I did. because I was already doing energy healings. I know how to use the energy and all of that. And yeah, afterwards they said, wow, yours is really powerful. And they said it is very similar what I do to Reiki. Part of it anyway, what we were doing that day. So, hello Raggedy Man. How are you? So you want to do Reiki healing? Shall I get you some cards out, Lynn? Lynn is on Facebook, joining us live on Facebook from the UK. Where's everyone else from? Say hello. Is anyone on YouTube? No, YouTube doesn't show anyone. Algorithms. Okay, Lynn. Justice. Balance in your life. You know, when we come here as helpers and healers, a lot of us don't have any karma, especially those that are here for right now, this transition that we're going through. A lot of us weren't the kind of souls that were reincarnating here. A lot of us have cycled out of that and were asked, as starseeds, you want to come in for this bit, this exciting bit, because this is taking it to the next level. You might be able to learn some more here because there is like extra work to do. And we all said, yeah, like idiots. We all said, yeah, I'd love to. That sounds great. It's not. It's not great. It's really hard. But justice is the card of karma. So Lynn, any karma that we're dealing with, you and I, in this lifetime is karma accrued in this lifetime. It's 3, 2, 1 right now. Yeah, hence, be careful what you're doing at the moment too. Hi Dolly in Australia. Whereabouts in Australia are you, Dolly? I used to live in Byron Bay. I used to have a shop there. Doing energy healing, psychic readings, and massage. Slowly, slowly. So yeah, Lynn, this is a message about karma. You don't have karma from previous lifetimes brought into this one, I'm hearing, but you have accrued karma in this lifetime. And how do we accrue karma in this lifetime? Because I know that you're not doing like bad things to people. But you do have a... what was I getting then? There is something. Okay. No, it's how you feel about yourself, right? We can get karma, meaning consequences of incorrect thinking that isn't aligned with your higher self. So karma to me, it's not punishment or anything like that. Karma is the result of us being out of alignment. And a lot of the karma that we get is just from living on this planet and the things that we have to do and put up with. And so you've got this thing going on with balance, right? So the things that you've had to do in order to be balanced are not really aligned with you. And I get, because we're human beings, right? And we're living here, and so we have to do certain things sometimes. Anyway, you're unraveling out of that at the moment. Knight of Pentacles, it's happening slowly, and that's okay. There's no rush with all of this. There is no rush. But when you feel compelled to make a change in your life for more balance, take that. I know it doesn't seem to have much to do with Reiki, but you are transitioning into that. I hardcore life. This is all I've done for the last 25 years, and it's not been easy, and it's not easy right now to make a living off it. Very difficult to making a living off it now. The first 23 years, it was easy. It just flowed easily. Now it's difficult. But will I get a job? No, because I've got so much to do. I've got so much to do for the universe. I still work for the universe, so I'm hanging on in there. But I'm hardcore, like I said, I'm hardcore. I'm very courageous, and I'm really strong. And so I do that. Now your justice card, and I was getting like a lot of balance from it. It's like, keep on seeking that balance, keep on seeking that balance. And it feels like slowly and surely replacing the things that are like out of alignment with you with how you truly want to live. Doing it bit by bit, you know, doing it bit by bit, and not. Yeah, you don't have to be hardcore like me and go all in. But I'm kind of stubborn like that, you know. I'm just like, no, this will work, and I'm not going to do something else. I'm not. You're in Melbourne. Hello, Dolly in Melbourne. Yeah, let's get you a card. Oh, cool. That's good. It's always nice to meet the people that have been following me and watching my readings and all of that. Nice to meet you, Dolly. So, Dolly, let's get some cards out. What are you trying to manifest, Dolly? What change do you want to see in your life and in your world? And let's get you some cards out. So the reason I'm going live all weekend, in fact. The last time I did this launch for this program, my Adventure Zone program, was the end of February, and I did an 8-hour live. Didn't have a voice at the end of it, but it was fun. It went faster than I thought, and it showed me that there was like 3 particular time slots that people came on. This is one of them, which is why I'm live. So just doing 3 lives a day this weekend for this launch. And last time I did 7-day launch as well. That was way too long. That took so much energy out of me. Anyway, if you want to find out about the Adventure Zone program that I'm launching this weekend, you get $250 off by signing up this weekend, and then the price is going up. But not only that, if you sign up today, you get a private reading with me worth $197. This is Australian dollars, by the way, everyone. And what else? Oh, I'm sharing a vulnerable share with you. I'm sharing my incantation for abundance, my personal one, the one that works, that I've made for myself, so that you can tailor it for yourself, put your own manifestations in there, and use that as a script if you want. It's what I say every morning, and it works. So, and I'm saying it's a vulnerable share, you know, because usually I will teach the processes that my guides teach me and that work for me, and put them in programs and stuff like that. But I don't like give you the personal like words that I use for it or anything. I kind of usually just give the framework. So if you want to know more about that, go to my website, behealing.com. Great day to sign up. There'll be a different offer tomorrow, a slightly different offer tomorrow, but it's not as great a value as the offer today. Just a bit of a heads up there. Okay, the Fool card is out for you. Okay. Career and relationship, Dolly. Cool. Well, you know what happened in the first round? So we do a live round. This is why I'm launching it again. Next week we're starting a new live round, which means we'll be going through the program together with the original adventurers that joined last time, if they want to join in this time. You've got lifetime access to it when you sign up. And what I do is you'll do a few quests, and then I'll do a live show and be answering your questions, pulling cards, and doing the energy work that needs to be done to get you through, ready for the next zone. And we'll work through it like that. And it takes about 2.5 months to get through it. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do another launch this year. We'll see. We will see. But that's what I was going to say. Last time, we had someone get married. We started the Adventure Zone. She had a boyfriend. It was her intention. She wanted to get married. She came to every single live show until about 2 months into it. I think she missed the last section. And then the next I heard from her was to tell me that she'd got married. It happened that fast. So this stuff works. It really works. It reminded me saying moving forward in career and relationship. The Fool. The Fool card is about going all in. It's about diving into things, about, going all in, not having a plan B. I said this morning, someone else had this advice this morning. If you ask like an adult, a logical adult, for best advice, say if you were moving like from a career that you didn't like that much and you wanted to start your own business, just for example, someone just totally from their logical mind would say, well, just start the business as a part-time gig, and then when it gets going, move into it, right? And that makes sense, right, from a human brain perspective, but it doesn't make sense from an energetic perspective. So if you think about it from the universe's point of view, saying to the universe, I want to start this thing off, but just a little bit, I'll just do a little bit first, and just like on the side, and only once it manifests will I go all in on it. And the universe is like, no, it's your energy that starts it off, you know. So this, to me, it feels like career to me, Dolly, and it feels like it's asking you to just like to set off down that path, you see, to just set off down that path. Most of us know what it is that we want to do, but it's just having that courage, isn't it? That's why people get readings often as well, is that confirmation that you can do it. And often people want the confirmation to actually do it because they think that there's a right way and a wrong way. And if they choose the wrong way, and then there's going to be challenges. But I'm telling you, every way there's going to be challenges, because that's life. We think that we can make a choice that's going to be a right choice, that somehow just going to be all the gifts and none of the challenge. And then we make our choice, and then there's challenges that come up, and we think that we went wrong. We didn't go wrong. Everything in life is a mixture of gift and challenge. So you're being asked to go all in on something, and to go down that path that you're hesitating on at the start of. Six of Wands, there'll be a victory. This is about a career move. You just walk down that, I just feel like it's right in front of you, that path, and you know what to do. You just need to take it. You just need to have the courage to take it. And this is that confirmation of saying yes. Go down that path. That's career. Let's get some relationship. A relationship for Dolly, please. Strength. The Strength card is an interesting one right now, because I'm feeling this feminine energy with it. See, the Strength card, she's putting her hand like in a lion's mouth, right? Is that foolish? Is she too trusting? Or is she being strong? Hey, Flossie. Flossie Cat's here. Is she being strong for the both of them? Feminine is stepping into her power at the moment in a big way, which is why there's this pushback to it. Patriarchy is trying to stop us from doing that, because they feel it. They feel that we're stepping into our power now. Men are lagging behind a little bit. Some of them are stepping up now. But there's more women stepping into the Strength now, which does tip that balance a little bit. It tips it a little bit. So we've got now a lot of women that are strong, wanting strong men. And they're like, where are they? They're all in those lessons that we all had. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So 7 of Wands, you've got the 7 of Wands here, like protect yourself. 9 of Wands. It's like you've been through a lot. It's really tricky, right? Because the women are stronger at the moment. But that doesn't make for a good relationship, right? We can be everything. We can be the man, the woman. We can do everything in a relationship, but it doesn't make for a good relationship. And can we get into relationships now that are healthy, being the strong one? Or do we have to wait for the men to evolve a little further? With these cards, I would say be careful. Be careful, because you've been through a lot and you've made yourself strong. And that doesn't mean that we should then step forward and be the strength for somebody else. So if that has been a pattern of yours, I think it's been a pattern of a lot of us, right? I don't know about you, but like looking back, I can see clearly the messaging that I got as a girl in the 70s, that I had to get a career, I had to compete with the boys, but it wasn't a level playing field, so I had to work even harder than them. And that, yeah, I needed to be independent and all of that kind of thing. And so it's like, okay, so I've got to be in my masculine in order to compete with them. And so, yeah, I can do that. And I managed to do it. And then I got to this point where I was working in corporate, and I got to like age 30, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's not me. Like, it's so not me. I can do it, but it feels like I'm like selling my soul to the devil in order to do it. You know, it just feels like that is not me. Not me at all. I can do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be that person. And looking back, I was doing the same thing in my relationships too, just being everything in it. It's like, yeah, I can be the man in the workplace, and I can be the man at home too. And I found myself getting into these relationships. I didn't mean to. And they might have been like good relationships. Some of them were anyway, emotionally. But there I was, being the breadwinner. Not just being the breadwinner, being the coach, being the healer, being just everything, being absolutely everything. And of course, that's unsustainable, isn't it? We can do it, but we really can't. We can only do it by ignoring ourselves, and we can't do that, right? So we get those lessons, so just be careful of that. Protect yourself. And if that means, and this is a message for all of us, if that means just like waiting until somebody has leveled up to be that true partner, so that we don't have to be in that, because it's exhausting. No one should have to do that, right? Well, Flossie Cat's joined us. She's looking really cute. Do you want to have a look? I can't really do it because you're all on different cameras. She's got a little nose here. Hey, Floss Bags. She was out all morning. So yeah, I hope that helps you. Anyone else? What is it you want to manifest? YouTube is extremely quiet all day long. Extremely quiet. It used to be my busiest platform. Now they don't show my videos to people. Facebook's doing all right. Instagram has never really done all right for me. I don't know. Hello, Bespoke Hairdressing by Michelle. Hello, Michelle. I'll wave at you. What does everyone want to manifest? So I'll tell you a bit more about the Adventure Zone. It's on my behealing.com, my website. So there's 5 separate zones in it. I'll go through them. There's a foundation zone. There's 3 quests in every zone. The foundation zone is all about clearing our energy, getting you ready. Hi, Michelle. Releasing and opening up, right? That's the foundational work. That's pretty much like the hardest inner work in the program that you'll do. I might do a couple of live shows for that, because that tends to be like more help, like more personal help, because that's where you come across blocks that you've got and stuff like that. And then we move into the next one. There's 3 quests for each one, so you're actually putting this stuff into practice rather than just learning it. Discover desires and set intentions. That's the vision quests in there. And so finding out what is really important to you. And then we've got the trust zone, which is about leaning in and letting go of control, right? We can get into our fear sometimes. And so that's like more of the preparatory work before we start manifesting. And this isn't really about manifesting. This is about becoming our true selves, so that we can shift into the dimension where we've already got what it is that we want. And then we've got the alignment zone, which is staying in the flow and taking inspired action. This is when it starts to get fun quests in this one. And then the expansion, limitless possibilities in receiving. That's when it gets really exciting. And that's the last zone in there, but there is another zone too, and it's called the reset zone. And the reset zone is the SOS zone. So, you know, when things are going okay in life, like as well as can be expected, like normal, then we can do this inner work and all of that. But when something happens, a relationship ends, or, you know, just something happens, something big happens, and it sends our nervous systems haywire. And it's like, I can't even do the normal work anymore. I can't do the Adventure Zone stuff anymore. I need I need different help, you know. That's what what did I call it? The reset zone is about, right? So it's called the reset zone, and there's 3 quests in there. Slightly different. You wouldn't do all 3 here. You would pick your poison. So I likened it to a computer. You know when there's an issue with a computer? Sometimes you can just like close that program down and open it back up again and it'll work. But sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes you need to like switch the whole computer off. You need to do a reboot, right? But for some problems, that's not enough. We need to like reset it back to factory settings, right? And so you choose the level you're at, the level of help that you need, and then you do that quest within it. Because I know I've done programs before, and then life happens, right? Something happens in life, and then I can't stay on track. I can't stay on track with that normal program, because like the quests, they're just not, or the quests or whatever it is that I've got to do, it doesn't seem important anymore, like there's bigger fish to fry. So I wanted to put that zone in there as well. And yeah. Carrie Ann, career change and relationship. What is it you want, Michelle? Bespoke Hairdressing by Michelle. Carrie Ann, career change and relationship. Bit of a theme going on here, hey? So if you're interested in learning more about the Adventure Zone, then go check it out on my website, behealing.com. That's where you can get my readings and programs. Oh, Carrie Ann, you got the past card out. 6 of Cups, the past. Okay. And then the Magician and the Chariot. So you manifested something in the past. This is about career. You manifested something in the past. Things were going really well for you, and it was all flowing and it was all falling into place, and you're like, yeah, the universe is on my side and this is really good. Now there's a sticking point. Now you've come across these challenges, and I'm feeling in your energy that you just want to get back to that flow state again. You were in it before, like I want to recreate, feeling like that again, to get myself back in that flow state so it all carries on. I feel you. I feel exactly the same at the moment. Because things like I used to be able to just do my work, right? And it would flow perfectly, and if I needed money, it just came in, and it was just easy. And now it's not. Now it's not, and it's frustrating. So you managed to manifest something in the past, and it was a really good state. You wanted that to keep going, and it stopped. Now, the 6 of Cups. I don't think you were here at the start, but this was the card that came out as the message for everybody. And it's the challenges that we have in life, the sticking points, the blocks that we get. It seems unfair. It's like everyone else seems to breeze through this. Why is it so hard for me? And I'm the one doing the most work in this area, so why is it so hard for me? It should be easier for me. And the people that aren't doing the work on it should be harder for them, but it's not working that way around. And the reason is, the guides told us at the start of this show, that's the area that we wanted to become specialists in. It's our challenges that grow us. And so it's like we set ourselves up for like the most challenges in the area that we want to specialize in. So why would we want to specialize in stuff? Because each of us are like a hologram of Source. Each of us are a piece of Source, a certain point in consciousness, a certain perspective on Source and everything. And we've all got a different perspective on it. We've all got different things that we want. We've all got different things that we've been through. So we've all got different perspectives, like lenses that we look through at life at. So we've all got different things that we'd throw in the pot, like your ideal world, what would it be like? Well, mine is probably going to be a lot about healing, and how I'd want that to be. And yours, I don't know what yours is, but it's got something to do with what has been causing like these sticking points for you. So it's something to look into. We all want it to be gift all the time, right? And when we have these periods of flow, it feels amazing. And those periods of flow happen when we needed that confirmation, right? We needed that the universe to show us that it was there for us and we needed that flow. And then we get stronger, and the universe is like, she's ready for more crap now. And then it lays us on us because we're strong enough for that, and we wanted to learn even more about it. I know we must be insane, right? To want to do this, but that's, and it's all leading, like we're in this shift at the moment. We're creating a new earth dimension at the moment in the things that we're desiring, the changes that we're desiring. And we've all got our particular niches in that we're putting into the mix. So that might make it a little clearer for you. Could do with a reliable car, a new car. Single mom of 2 busy girls. So busy at the moment. Oh, no, I'm just getting, carry on, more for you for relationship. Why does this card keep on coming out today? You got to go all in. For relationship, you got to go all in. You might be interested in my other program, Ready for Real Love. Have you seen my ads? I was really, really proud of those ads. Yeah, because that will open you back up to go all in. Love, right? It's a choice, right? But it's a vulnerable choice. It always is. To open our heart is a vulnerable choice to make. There's no like just like putting one toe into it. You have to go all in. And like we can only truly do that when we can really trust ourselves, right? To make the best decisions for ourselves. But yeah, so relationship is waiting on you. It's waiting on you to be ready to go all in. And that's scary. That's scary when we've had difficult relationships, and we all have, right? But we can trust ourselves now, hopefully, to make those right choices. And then when they show themselves to be the wrong choice, to cut ties and then not blame ourselves or take it personally and all of that, to cut ties and not that one, okay, next universe, just choose wisely. So Michelle's on Instagram, single for 13 years. Wow. It's been it's been 2 weeks for me, but before that 4 years. Now, I met a guy recently, a couple of weeks ago, but he's only here for a short time. We had a great time, and he's just like, we're so in alignment. It was amazing, and very, very happy to have met him, but not in the position at the moment to be together. So that's cool. Keep my heart open. The universe has shown me that people like that exist, that are in alignment with me. So okay, next, show me the next one. I'll bring him back in. Whichever. Okay, Michelle, let's get some cards for you. Car, huh? Nice. Page of Pentacles you've got. Page of Pentacles is all about right at the start of a manifestation. So it's when we start dreaming something up. When you start thinking, it's that point, when we start dreaming something up, when we start imagining it. Wouldn't it be nice to have a new car? What kind of car would you want? Reliable, yeah, but yeah, what kind of car? What colour? It's the colour that matters to me. First car that I ever got was a brand new Beetle. You remember when the new Beetles came out? When was that? In the 90s. And I bought it. I was so proud of myself. I bought it in cash. The first car I've ever had, and it was brand new. I didn't need a car before that. But anyway, I digress. It is about dreaming it up. The dreams first. Now, I'm not saying go for a Porsche. I remember when I was trying to manifest a Porsche. I was living on the Gold Coast. And I was living in this beautiful house by the water, pontoon onto the water and everything. It even had a sweeping driveway with electric gates in and out. It was just such an amazing house. I was just renting it. I didn't own it. But I work from home, right? And I love riding bicycles. So I always have a bicycle. It's what I use predominantly, even when I have a car. So I've only got a bicycle on this island. It's a small island. But similarly, I didn't need a car, right? But I don't know. I just got it in my head that I wanted to manifest. I was in my manifestation period, and just manifesting this and manifesting that. And I wanted this white convertible Porsche. And I'm so glad that it didn't manifest, because it just would have been a waste, because shortly after I was trying to do that, everything changed in my life and I ended up moving onto a yacht. And as it is, like, a lot of the stuff that I manifested, I've had to pay for the last 9 years in storage in Australia. So there's some regrets there. But Volvo XC90, I don't know what they look like. You know, I've been on this little island, my little tropical island, for 8 years now, and I've never even driven one of the push-button start cars. There were still key turn cars when I left last time I lived in Australia. And I didn't have a car then. I would just hire a car because I didn't need one very often, so it was cheaper just to, I think that was like when you could hire a car for the day for $30. So cheap. Much cheaper than owning a car anyway. Well, there you go, Volvo. What colour? What colour though? That's what's important to me anyway. Yeah, dream it up. Dream it up. And what about a partner as well? Happy enough. That's where you want to be, right? When we're happy enough by ourselves. I'm the same. I've got a full life. Well, I showed a couple of weeks ago that I can make space for someone as well. And I had the time of my life as well. You know, to break out of my usual patterns of just working out and all of that. And I was still doing that. I was still doing my work, but it was different. When he was here and we wanted to hang out every afternoon, either at my pool or his, and then go out to dinner each night. Luckily, he's an early bird like me, and so we were always home and in bed by 9:30. Just like my ideal person in every respect like that. And what I found was, like, I was getting my work out of the way in the morning. I was like steaming through it, wanting to finish, and he'd be messaging me saying that he's like at the cafe having a coffee and stuff, and I'm like, no, I need to get my work done and then I can go and enjoy myself. Black Volvo XC90 with pale leather interior. Nice. I didn't get the leather interior on my Beetle. It was so cool being able to choose exactly what I wanted in that car. So cool. I got the cloth ones. Black cloth interior. Had a little vase in the car. Remember those? New Beetles. It was techno blue was the colour. I loved that car. It was great. And then you've got the Queen of Cups. Open to receive. Now, as a single parent, you really are doing it all. You're the man and the woman, right? You're doing it all. But the Queen of Cups asks you to be open to receive. Like, this is about relationship, right? Being ready to let someone else help you, give to you, do some of it. I find you so busy with life. Yeah, right, I know. I'm the same, right? I've got a really full life, but I've showed 2 weeks ago that I can make space if I want to. And it was really refreshing to have new and different things. And yeah, after that, he left like on the Saturday. Next weekend, I was still like good, back to my usual routine and everything. And it was the weekend after, which was last weekend, that I was like, I miss him. I miss going out to dinner. I miss hanging out with him. I miss our long conversations and all of that kind of thing. And yeah, perhaps I should be like going out on a date, you know? Next, universe. Next. Queen of Cups. But I hear you. We have full lives. And that's why we've got to wait for someone that actually offers something to come in, right? Because when we're being it all, what we could do is just like, okay, I can take on another burden. But that's not what we want. We want someone to take burdens off us, right? To share that out. He's very busy at the moment. He told me he was going to be when he left, right? Here's the story. I'll share a bit of it with you. So it was a mutual friend that introduced us. Said, like, my friend's on the island, you should go out for a drink or something. And so I got in touch with him right away and we went for sunset drinks and just hit it off. You know those people that you want to know everything about them, they want to know everything about you, and you just have so much to talk about. It was one of them, so aligned with each other. But in the mornings while I was working, he was studying, by the beach while he was drinking coffee, but he was studying because he was going back not only to his helicopter pilot job, but also for exams too on top of it. And so he said, when I leave, like he left, and as soon as he got back, he was straight back into work. So he said, like, I'm going to be super busy, right? But it's not just that. It's not just that. It's that he's 6 months out of a marriage, even though they've been a long time apart. It was only official 6 months ago, and the reason that it was official 6 months ago was because she also, strong woman, entrepreneur, but living in a different place, right? It was one of those jobs, they'd moved apart, living in different places, unable to keep the relationship going, and decided to part. So, and here I am, and there he is in a completely different country, and it's just like, it's a repeat. And so my guides told me, give him space, because, this is not something to be pushed, because it's more of the same so I knew, but it was hard to do it. It was hard. I wanted to carry it on. I wanted to, be in touch with him all the time like we were before. But saying that, we weren't messaging a lot when he was here. It was more like, I'm nearly finished work kind of thing. And we were more just meeting up. So I'm open. Hello, Rachel Stoneman. Been on your own so long, you're more picky. Can't be bothered to mess around. Yeah, same. I'm the same. I can't be bothered messing around either. Like, they've got to chat with me first. I don't like these guys. Like, they just ask me on a date straight away, and it's like, I need to know more information about you first. Got to do a vetting process, I'm not wasting my time. I'm wasting my time on it. Lynn, a card around this relationship. Oh, the one that's come back in Lynn's life. Rachel, what are you manifesting at the moment? Let's wave at you. And would you like some cards, Rachel? Oh, we've got some people on YouTube. Hello. Tell us where you're watching from and what you're trying to manifest at the moment. I'm here because it's my launch weekend. I'm launching my Adventure Zone program on BeHealing.com. This is the second launch. You have lifetime access when you sign up, and it's a great weekend to sign up because you get $250 off. And if you sign up today, the first day of the launch, you'll also get a private reading worth 197 Australian dollars with me, and you'll also get access to my personal script that I say each morning for my manifestations, so you can doctor it and make it your own. Okay. Lynn asked about the relationships come back in your life. You manifested them back, but these aren't good cards for that. How did you manifest him back? Because with this energy, see, Queen of Swords is having boundaries. You know what it feels like to me? Have you ever had this experience before with a relationship where you didn't get all the lessons the first time around, and they come back around again and they get a lot of clarity on it when they come back in? You've grown since then. You have new boundaries, and you'll see it. It feels like you manifest. The guys often do this. They have me given like the real truth behind it, which are not very positive and uplifting, but it's what you need to know rather than what you want to hear, right? This Four of Cups energy is kind of how you've manifested it, which bringing someone back from the past can happen when we're like this, when we can't see that there's something even better out there. Like I'm saying, I just feel like with this, coming back around again for you to realize something else, to draw up a boundary. There's reasons why things end, right? Often, like when people come back in my life, I think, what was I thinking first time around? Rachel, your daughter has ADHD. Things are so difficult. Oh, yes, you can. Well, this might be interesting to you. I started this business 25 years ago, and it was called Byron Bay Neurotherapy when I started it, because that's what I was doing, neurotherapy, and I used to treat a lot of kids with attention deficit too, with it. So that's neurofeedback tool, EEG and all of that. Yes. Okay. Rachel. You're welcome, Michelle. You're being bullied in the workplace, Michelle. Nice not to have that. I have no time for people like that anymore. But, you know, I'm lucky. I work for my own business. I also help manage a gym, but it's on my terms. I go whenever I want to and I do whatever I want and they pay me for it. Like, freedom is core, a core value of mine, and it works like that. But there's still people, like, around me, only one or two at the gym, that I'm like, nah, I'm not having any of your energy, you can stay away from me. And I have, like, strong boundaries. Rachel. Yeah, you know, I started off as neurotherapy because I wanted a healing practice and I wanted to use my gifts, but I was flying under the radar. It was my cover. It was I want to help people, but I'll do it in a technological kind of a way, you know. So I don't have to be honest that I've got this gift. And the reason that it's shifted into be healing is, like, I realized I was doing all of this, helping people with that EEG equipment and everything, doing the biofeedback and getting the messages for them from the guys and, like, passing it on. And I realized that was what was really helping them out much more than anything else. And so I had to come out. I had to come out as having these gifts. And when I first did, it felt weird, you know. It did feel weird. But now I've just been doing it for so long that it just feels normal to me. And it surprises me when people go, oh, that's weird, I don't really believe in that. Or you don't believe in that, do you? And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, it's just so normal to me now. I think it's normal. I do it in quite a down-to-earth way, I reckon. What do you think? Michelle, self-employed, renting a chair. People suck. Oh, bring us a new earth already. Oh, looking for a place of your own. That sounds better, doesn't it? I like working from home for that reason. Yeah, I got through the lessons of working from home. At first you work, like, constantly, and then you need to have, like, boundaries with yourself, but I'm good with working at home. Now I've got a card here. Who is it for? I'm trying to use my Mac mouse for this screen. Hello, Kathleen. Rachel. Page of Swords. Ooh. Page of Swords. I like this. I like this deck and this Page of Swords in particular. Because pages are at the start of something. It's like starting over. But this page isn't starting over. Look. He stood on a pile of everything that he's learned. It's not starting over. It's starting again, but with the wisdom that you've gained and the lessons that you've had. We're never starting over, right? Because we're taking all the knowledge that we have and the wisdom that we've got with us, everything that we've learned. Yeah, I've got mostly my tribe around me now, which is awesome. And I've got very strong boundaries for those that want to mess around. Very strong. So, Rachel, you're starting again, but you're not starting over. There's an element of timing here as well. I'm getting this message, like a burden message from it too for you. Only the strongest are given the big burdens. Got 3 more cards coming out. Ooh, the Empress. Beautiful. I told you. I was getting that message direct from your higher self. Only the strongest are given the big burdens. That's not much solace to us, is it? It's like that, but when do we get the greatest rewards? When do we get the greatest rewards? The Empress, she gets through all the lessons of the Queen. The Queens, all of the lessons that the Queens have to level up, to be the Empress. The Empress. is us holding this very high sovereign energy, right? You're very strong. You and me both. And you're not starting again. You got the tower as well. Yeah. It appears like things are falling apart, Rachel. I don't want to say, I want to finish that sentence off. A part of me wants to finish that sentence off saying, but things are really falling together. But that is just so cliche. And what I want to say instead is, when things are falling apart, it's our chance to put things back together properly. We're seeing that in the world, on the world stage now, aren't we? It's like it's like a shit show that I really get excited about happening. It's like, yes, this has needed to fall apart for so long now, and now it's getting worse, but it's showing itself for what it really is, and so it's falling apart, and it's exciting to see that. And what are we going to replace it with, you know? And this is on a personal level for you, Rachel. I start again, but you're not starting again. You've got so much more wisdom now. But yes, given the biggest challenges because you're the strongest. And it's only those challenges that help us to become the empress, right? Because we're lazy. Human beings are lazy. If we didn't have to, if we weren't put into these circumstances, in these challenges, then we wouldn't choose it. We wouldn't choose all of that work, would we? You're 53, I'm a year ahead of you. I'm so ready for the new work. I don't know how it's going to look like, but I do love living on this island. It feels like it's going to be a lot like this to me, but even better. This island's great. The community here is fantastic. There's a lot of sharing. It's how you want life to be. It's how I want life to be. And yes, we've got some crazy tourists. Some of them, a lot of them are great. But it is very a bubble away from the rest of the world. And even though we're meant to follow the rules and all of that, it's very free here, you know. But compared to everywhere else, even in Thailand, it's very free here. So yeah, it is. It's great. It really is great. And it's for the first time in my life I truly feel cared for. Like I could go. There's a lot of places that I could go here to be cared for. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't find that in the Western world. I had friends and all of that, but nowhere. I couldn't just like turn up on the doorstep and them feed me or whatever, or just stay with them. It's like on a level of family here, and I think it's because like it's a small island and it attracts people. It attracts us that are kind of want something better than the way that we have lived. So, and it's very simple. It's a simple life here. More simplistic life. Yeah, won't be like that forever. And those transitions from parenthood to being by yourself as well, it's a lot. I had it like early because with my kids, the childcare arrangement broke down and it kind of turned them against me. So yeah, a lot of like older parents were telling me at the time that what I was going through is what we all have to go through when they get older usually. I was just getting it early, you know. In Devon. I haven't been back to the UK for a long time. Grew up in the UK, but I moved to Australia a long time ago. And yeah, I did spend a bit of time in Devon as a kid. I haven't even visited the UK for a long time. Anyone else want some? Is anyone on YouTube? I just have to move Instagram out the way to look. Oh, no one's speaking. I haven't enabled the chat, haven't I? I think I've enabled the chat. Say hello, YouTube. There's people on and they're not saying anything. Okay. So yeah, if you want to know more, if you want to work with me, go to my website, behealing.com. Check out the courses that are on there. Special offer this weekend on the Adventure Zone, which is my big offering, you know. It's lifetime access to it. Not only that, but I am committed to going through this live process a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Depends what's going on. I thought I was going to be doing this launch in June, and I got busy. There was other things coming through, like the Ready for Real Love program, and you know, my guides tell me what to do, and it's time right now to do this again. So we're starting the live round of the Adventure Zone, because we do it all together in a private Facebook group, and I go live in there and answer questions and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, what have we got here? I'm pulling cards out for the collective here of all of us watching this. Oh, we've got a bit of a message here on Divine Masculines, the Emperor. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, when I talk about Divine Masculines, I'm not talking about men. I'm talking a subset of men who have been doing the work. These are the forerunners in evolution. You guys listening to me, we are the leader, the forerunners in the feminine as well. Taking it to the next level, evolving and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so when I talk about, so we are divine feminines. You have been ordained divine feminine as a result. And so we're empresses, right? We know ourselves. The emperor is the divine counterpart. It is the man who's gone through his lessons too, that knows himself, has been evolving now. There's even fewer of them because we've lived in a patriarchy, and so they've had it handed to them on a silver platter, right? They haven't needed to change, whereas we've all needed to change. We've had to compromise ourselves and then learn that's not actually what we want. We want this, you know? And so we've been through this evolution as women. We've had to. Men haven't been forced into it until now. They're starting to get forced into it now because they can't get into relationships. And the control structures are falling apart as well. So the stuff that's worked for them isn't working for them anymore. But that's the majority that I'm talking about there. These emperors, they're not the majority. We know these ones, right? When we meet them, there's not many of them. When we see them, when they're speaking out, when we hear them, or we read their books or whatever. These are the ones that have been doing the work. It's like they're already with the program, like they already agree with the feminine. I'm not saying the feminists or anything like that, but they're already, it might appear to us like they're integrating the feminine side, but really it's not that. It's not feminine to be self-aware. No, that's a human trait, or it should be. And so there's a lot of things that we are thinking is a feminine trait that isn't. It's a human trait. It's just there's not many men doing it. Anyway, we're talking here about those divine masculines, the forerunners in it. Not many of them, but there are some. They're doing the work. They're knowing themselves. They're improving themselves. They're about growth. They know what's going on. They've developed empathy within themselves, and I say that because it's been a very strong question within me for a long time about masculine and feminine. You know, I'm so interested in it. And with that, why are there so many people that have no empathy? And it's like, I'm asking my guys, like, is this like a different species of human? Because that's what it feels like. Because to me, nobody taught me empathy. I had it within me as a natural thing, but I did develop it. I did practice it, you know? Do you all feel the same way too? Like there were certain things that I had to, like growing up, I remember it being important to me to kind of develop that and be a good person, you know, and do the right thing by me, what's in my heart. Because what I was being told, I was brought up as a Catholic, and a lot of that I was told just didn't seem right to me, and so having to trust myself, you know, to me that was a part of empathy. So this is what I'm getting from the Emperor too, those masculines, those men who that was important to them too. It's like it's on a soul level. So what my guys have told me about the ones with no empathy, it's kind of a propensity in them to have no empathy, and then it not being encouraged in them too, or the opposite, narcissism to be encouraged in them, you know. So there is an element of us having to invest ourselves in developing that empathy. So we're talking about the men that are doing that, that are leading the way in the male evolution. Ten of Pentacles, about building something for the long term. They're in a tricky position at the moment, right? I've noticed, because they've also got the programming, you know, what's a real man, and they're comparing themselves to what the media says is a real man, you know, and they think that they fall short, and they don't, like they're the best and they don't even realize. So they're kind of being true to themselves, but then they look out to the rest of the world and then compare themselves to stuff that isn't real, and women know that that's not real and it's not what we're looking for and all of that. They want to build something, you see. So they compare themselves to complete narcissists that don't care about their empathy at all, that will completely trample over people, steal from people, do really dodgy things, and amass all of this stuff, and then they've made it, you know. Then they're the Ten of Pentacles, and then we get the Emperor comparing themselves to that narcissist, and it's like, no, but you would never do that, you see. You would never do that. So of course you shouldn't compare yourself to, you know, that level of success. It's not even success, is it? Wealth or something like that. So we've got divine masculines here struggling with that, but I'm the provider and I should have this high level of wealth and have built something up, and I haven't done it. Well, of course you haven't done it. Of course you haven't done it. Because you wouldn't do it. Nobody with empathy would do that. Personally, I'm a little bit mad at baby boomers that really, you know, pillaged. They really took the wealth from Earth, you know, the resources from Earth, and it's like, it's mine. Not caring about anyone after them, you know, it seems. I know that's a huge generalization, but I do have a bit of a like, And then try and teach us to do the same thing. It's like, we can't, you already took it all, not all of it, but why would we follow that? To what? To make it even worse for our children, our grandchildren? That makes no sense. Makes no sense. And then we've got the Sun. Happiness. Moving towards happiness. Do you understand what this message says? So the divine masculines, we want to know about them, don't we? Yay, go, divine masculines. Ten of Pentacles, they're comparing themselves to others at the moment unfairly, and they shouldn't do that because they still feel like they need to be like more successful, have more, and all of that kind of thing. But there's a shift here to their happiness. It's like, well, perhaps I should just be making myself happy instead. Why is nobody saying anything on YouTube? This is freaking me out. Hang on. I'm going to check. Did I switch the comments on? I think so. Altered comment. Hang on, I'm just checking. You just know. Comments are on. Moderation none. Oh, there we go. It's on. Just everyone's being quiet. That's weird. So, anyone else want a card? That's interesting. It's always nice to hear what's going on with divine masculines. Yeah, very interesting time in human being evolution, I'd say. So behealing.com, behealing.com is where you need to go to check out my offerings and all of that. These mini reads that I'm doing, you know, they're available all the time. You can book one of them on my website. I get them out super fast, because if you manage to book in while I'm here at my desk working, I just, one comes in and I just whip the cards out and I do it straight away. So definitely within 24 hours. But if you catch me at my desk, I freak people out because I do it so fast, because I see it coming straight away and I'm like, I'll just do it straight away. Yes, these mini reads are available all the time. And full readings as well, of course. And my programs all on BeHealing.com. Energy healings too. I love doing energy healings. It's different every time, so it's kind of hard to explain them. It's just based on what my guides and your higher self tell me to do. But incorporating sound therapy into it now, which works at a distance too. And it's very powerful. Very good for clearing energy. Let's do a bit of it now. Clear the energy. Oh, the guides are saying to clear the Divine Masculine's energy. Connecting in with all the Divine Masculines. Let's not leave any of them out. Let's not just focus on ours, the ones that we want to be with. Clearing their energy. Boosting them up. It's boosting them up. Here we go. I use it with this amplifier. Lemurian crystal to amplify the energies. We're boosting them up. Head toward happiness. Divine Masculine. You don't need to pillage the world and be super successful. Go for happiness. What else do we want to say to the Divine Masculines? This is interesting. I've never been called to do this before. Clearing energy on Divine Masculines. So there's a collective, but there's not that many of them. Okay. Dealing with father wounds. And there's a refusal to face mother wounds there. Really sticky on that side. This is my life. Finding weird energies and then sorting it out for the collective. Working for the universe. That's better. The mother side is a little bit freer. Okay, what about the head? Throat. Can you hear how it goes? The microphones are probably not good enough. This one is, but this is the YouTube microphone that's on me, but the other ones are not. I'm going to focus on the throat chakra there. Can you hear that? It goes like it goes dull. That's a blocked throat chakra. Not wanting to speak out their truth. Fearful of doing that. Let's clear that. Every time I feel it, it goes dull. Clearing that for the Divine Masculine's throat chakra. And this is only going out to the ones that are open to this energy, by the way. I don't sit here forcing these changes on anyone. I wouldn't be able to anyway, you know. People can refuse. People will only allow in like healing energy that is aligned with them. It's still a bit dull. Heart's good. So when I'm doing this, I'm like working around the toroidal fields and chakra work as well. So it's like I imagine I've got their energy in front of me as if it's one person that I'm working on, and they're about this size, or about a foot. And I've got their energy field around here. This is how I do my energy healings, private ones too. I've never been called to do divine masculine healing before. This is interesting. So now I'm working on the toroidal field right at the back of them. Do you hear that? How loud that is? When it goes like that, it's a bit intense. Headache inducing, you know? Much louder than before, like shriller. That's around that father wound, like I was picking up on that. Yeah, it's anger. What a surprise. Angry men? Who'd have thought? I could do these live shows like all day long. It's so nice to have company doing this kind of stuff instead of just sat here doing it by myself. Okay, that's enough. I'm told that's enough. I'm just closing this off. Okay. Let's get nosy. Okay, tell us more about that father wound, because there was a definite anger thing going on there that I was picking up on. Did you hear that the thought went louder, like shrill around there? Not like the throat, it went quiet every time I went over the throat chakra. Embracing worthiness, so it's anger directed at them by their father. I feel worthiness filling every cell of my body and it feels amazing. It's connected with the father wound, see? So like angry masculine, putting the younger masculine feeling like they were put down by the father's anger. Of course they weren't. It was nothing about the boy, divine masculine. The father's anger is the father's anger, right? It's got nothing to do with the kid or anyone else. But it made them feel unworthy. So I'm feeling like there's fracturing there of the divine masculine. A part of them, they're true to themselves and they know that they make good choices for themselves and the empathy and all of that and their growth. And yes, they're pretty solid in that. And then there's this fractured part of themselves, still a little boy, being shouted at, father anger, making them feel unworthy. That's why. That's why they're comparing themselves. That's why they're comparing themselves to the Ten of Pentacles. Of course, healing is always behind it. So they need to heal. They all need to heal from the father wound, from how their angry father made them feel. How it dented their self-esteem. Because it's that's making them compare themselves to the controlling types and the amount of wealth or seeming success that they've got. Interesting. So we really are waiting for them to do their work, you know, ladies. We are. I could see that. Even the guy that I met, you know, I gave him a reading. He wanted a reading. He asked me for a reading. He came here, and I gave him a reading, which was very interesting because it gave me like super insight into him and stuff that was going on. And yeah, I could tell that there was a self-esteem thing in there. Of course, not wanting to be his healer or his coach or anything like that. I did the reading and then stepped back from it. Like, I'm not going to pursue this. Like that's what I used to do years ago, and then would be exhausted when I found that I was like living or, you know, dating my client, and it was like constant work, and I just won't do that anymore. And so, give what they ask for, and then I take a step back. I'm getting really good at those boundaries now. Well, awesome. Thank you, ladies, for being with me. And if you do want to sign up for the Adventure Zone, I'd love to have you in there. You can get your Brucey bonuses today if you sign up today. There will be some bonuses tomorrow as well, but they're lesser of value. But I don't know, you might be more interested in them. You might. So I will be coming live again 3 times again tomorrow. So hopefully catch you then. I'll do it at all 3 places as well. So thanks for coming and sharing this energy with me. Every show has been different, which has been really nice. Thank you, Michelle. Have a great evening, afternoon, morning, wherever it is, whatever you are, wherever you are, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's 4:30 here in the afternoon. I'm getting hungry. The sun's going to be starting to go down soon, and I might just go for a swim in the pool. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. Come along tomorrow. I would love to see you. Bye. Oh, how do I finish this one? Bye. How's that? And, oh, YouTube, I haven't finished here yet. End stream. Bye.